You're walking through the building recording.
I understand.
Because you were just recording me.
Okay, where are you?
Huh?
Where are you? You're in public, right? As soon as you leave your house, you're being recorded by maybe millions of cameras and satellites.
There are rules in this building.
No, there's not. I mean, there's rules, yeah. I'm not breaking.
What do you mean, no, there's not?
I'm not breaking a rule or a law.
What do you mean, no, there's not?
I corrected myself. I'm saying, I'm sure there is.
There are.
Yeah, am I breaking a rule?
Recording and...
What's higher, rules or the Constitution? Rules or my rights? What's higher in this country? This building's rules or my rights?
Is this? Oh,
Hi.
I don't know. Oh, you're going that way, right?
Yeah, at the end of the hall. You're one of those types of dudes.
What's that supposed to mean? Black? Spanish?
Come on, man. No.
I'm asking you.
You're one of those kinds of dudes that goes around in society and pushes buttons to see if you can get a reaction.
Did I say anything?
And then
to
you egg
sir?
it on and you egg it on.
You came up to me within 2 feet of me.
Because
so
you're
maybe
in a courthouse.
you're looking
in a courthouse
for.
in New York City.
No, I'm
and you're
not.
walking around filming, and you just happened to film me. Okay. So now I'm asking you: are you going around filming? And you said no, I'm not filming. So you're recording.
I'm not using film. No, I'm recording. Yes, I am.
All right. So now I'm gonna go see if I can find out what the rules are.
I thought you approached me knowing the rules.
Listen, don't try to antagonize me.
You came up to me. I didn't come up to you. I didn't start a
You're
conversation.
corny.
I'm corny, but you came
are
up to me.
corny.
I'm corny, but you started this whole
You
thing.
know you're corny.
You started
I can
this
tell
whole
just by the smile
interaction.
that came up
Yeah,
on your
because you're
face when I
silly.
asked you.
You're being silly.
No,
you came up to me,
you
you
are.
started a confrontation, and now you're trying to gaslight me that I started the confrontation?
I didn't say that you started the
I didn't talk to you. I didn't say nothing to you.
didn't say that.
So
you
how am I
started the
corny?
conversation. Come on in.
And that's a good opinion. I'm happy you
Hold
have
on
an
a second.
opinion. He thinks I owe him an answer, and then he
Why are you
thinks,
following me?
because I'm free. I'm a free American. I can walk anywhere. It's a public building. And I want to see what you say. I want to see if you lie on me.
Lie on you?
Yeah.
I don't really care.
You trying to get a rise out of me.
So do
You're an
do you guys know the
you're an
rules
instigator.
about- do you guys know the rules about recording, just walking around, the public recording in the building?
Why don't you ask what the law is? Because the law is higher than rules.
Brother, listen, I don't have some personal stake in this.
I mean,
What you're doing is unusual. You just walked right by me and filmed right across my face. So
Okay.
I asked you a question and you started to
Okay.
get all kind of snippy.
Because you came within 2
Because-
feet of me.
because you're
And look
being-
how
no,
tall
this
you
was-
are. You
this
trying to
was before I
intimidate
even
me.
stood up. It was
You came mad close to me trying to
It was
intimidate
before I
me.
even stood up.
Okay.
You're corny.
You-
and you try to get a rise, and then when you do get a rise, you act
Why
like
don't
you're
you
gonna.
Why don't you look at your side of the street? Look at the way you acted,
I always
right?
look at my side of the street.
I walked past you. I recorded you for 2 seconds, and I
you're-
kept it moving. You
again,
followed me,
and you
stood within
know-
2 feet of me,
you come in here
raised
and
your
you
voice,
know that
and
it's gonna
demanded
get-
answers.
You know that it's going to get a reaction.
I don't know anything. I'm just
It's
walking
so
around
corny.
minding my business.
It's so corny.
That's your
And then
opinion.
when you
That's
get the
subjective.
reaction, you start to try to kind of, I don't know, instigate it.
Well, I try to educate you on the
And
First
you-
Amendment, but you're too
Just
close-minded.
stop. And so you know.
You stop. You started. Remember? You started this whole thing. So you stop.
You're so corny.
I'm corny, but you started
Yes.
this whole thing. You started
I
this
can tell
whole
by the smile
this
that you're
whole
getting on your face when I
interaction.
say it.
What
You
should I
know
be?
that you
Should I be sad?
You
Should I
know-
cry? Should I be
I don't know what you
intimidated?
should do. You
Right.
should get a life.
I have a life. Did I come up to you as demanding answers from you? No, I walked past you, minding my business. You came up to me, stood within 2 feet of me, demanded an answer, raised your voice at me, and I'm corny. I'm looking for I'm looking for a rise.
You are, and you know. it.
How?
You are,
How?
and you know.
So why would you give it to me then?
And I guess
If that's
it
what I'm
gives
looking
you
for,
some- like,
why
it
would
gives
you do
some
it then?
Satisfaction, or it gives you some meaning. In
You're really just displaying your ignorance for the whole world to see. I hope you have a blessed day,
Until we
okay?
get an answer, hang
No,
on.
I know what I'm doing. I know the law. I know my rights. You're the one that's confused. So you can stay and
I am
get.
confused.
So stay and get your education. I try to educate you.
I
It's
will.
the First Amendment. It's a public building. Wherever the public can go, the press could go. It's the First Amendment, freedom of the press. You see him taking pictures? Look at that. That's his First Amendment right to. Just like you have First Amendment freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want, call me corny and all of that. That's the First Amendment. It's protected. What I'm doing is protected. So any cop or anybody you call, they're going to come
Yeah.
and protect
So
my
this-
rights.
So just kind of being reasonable and thoughtful. Just
Okay,
let me finish.
go ahead.
If that gentleman, which I know he wouldn't do, if he walked right over to me and started taking my picture, there would be something unusual about that.
In your
And I
opinion?
think there would be. And I think that he would know, and I would know, and he would. I mean, it wouldn't be a difficult conversation. But you, on the other hand, I don't know what you get out of this exactly. You go around and you do what you do, and you hope, you want to get a rise out of people so you can engage in this.
You know me?
What? I can tell by the way you roll, dude.
Because I'm educated. Because I'm educated on my rights.
I can tell by the way you roll. And
I'll let you finish. I hope you give me the same respect.
I've seen 100 examples on the stupid YouTube and 100 examples on Instagram, and it's just like a trend, and it's corny.
The First Amendment is corny.
No, you are corny.
How?
As an individual, as a human being.
I'm corny how?
Because for some reason,
did I make you act the way you're acting right now? Go ahead.
As a man, it gives you some pleasure or some meaning, because I guess you don't have a lot in your life, to go around and try to get a rise out of people. So I've been in this spot for years, right? And I see people come in here and they film because it's a beautiful building, it's a beautiful space.
Okay.
But they never will go up to me and intentionally start, like, knowing that it would make me feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
Huh?
I said wow.
Wow.
Go ahead, finish your sentence, because I'm waiting for you to finish.
Or why?
Wow.
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 Wow. What?
I'm waiting for you to finish. So I hope you
finish.
pay.
Now I'm
Okay.
asking you, wow. What?
Okay. I'm gonna get to that question.
What?
I'm gonna answer that, but let me rebuttal what you were saying. You're turning your subjectivity into, you're like trying to make.
Subjectivity?
You're saying your subjective opinion and you're trying to make it objective. So everybody feels the same way you feel.
I'm talking about how I feel.
I didn't cut you off. Please allow me to speak. You're saying.
Yeah.
My buddy again.
What's up, man? How you doing?
To leave.
Why? Am I committing a crime? Why not?
Can't record in here.
Can I speak to your supervisor?
Right there. Come on, let's say it walking.
Hi.
Walking and talking. Come on.
I wish
see it
to
out
speak to
there.
your supervisor.
Okay.
He's gonna try to get
Yeah.
you going.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I've been doing this for a
I'm
long
David.
time. He's not gonna get me going.
What's your name?
SSO Adams.
What's
Can
SSO
I speak
mean?
to you outside, Sergeant?
Sergeant, nice to meet you.
Yes. Can I speak to you outside?
No, I'm conducting business right now.
That's fine. You can conduct business in the building,
Am I committing a crime, ma'am?
but you're not allowed to record in the building.
Why not? There's people taking pictures and recording all through this
What
building. It's a
business are you
public
doing,
building.
sir?
Journalism? I'm working on a story, yeah.
What
Am
right,
I
but
talking
you-
to you or am I talking? I'd rather speak to your supervisor, please.
floor
Thank
are
you.
going to?
Just in the public areas. Yeah, I'm doing a historical piece on the building.
Sir,
Is it against the law?
it's not against the law.
Okay.
But-
But
So
you're not
have a
allowed
nice
to
day.
record inside of this.
You just said it's not against the law, ma'am. I'm not committing a crime, which means I have a right to be here.
There's rules in the building.
What rules
The
is
thing
that?
is, it goes by. You got to get permission.
It's a public building.
You got to get permission for that.
It's a public building. I need permissions. Do I need permission to pray here?
You can't just come in and pray.
Why not?
You can't just come in here and pray. This is
Why not?
just for business and court only. Sir.
I'm conducting business. I told you that already.
Journalism is not business.
Journalism is official business in the eyes of the Supreme Court. You know what the Supreme Court is, right? It's the highest court in the land.
I know all about the courts. But
So the highest court in the land has already ruled multiple times that journalism is official business in public.
I hear what
And
you're
it's
saying.
not only official, it's protected business.
I hear
You're supposed to come and protect me,
I hear what you're saying. I hear
right?
what you're saying.
If I don't leave, will
But-
you arrest me?
Listen to me.
The only thing you could do right now is
Yes.
give me a free lawsuit.
A free lawsuit?
You can either protect my rights or give me a free lawsuit.
I'm not worried about the free lawsuits.
Me neither. I don't want a lawsuit. I just want to be able to exercise my rights, work on my story
But you
in
didn't,
peace.
You didn't listen to nothing I said.
I'll allow you to, because I wasn't finished talking.
Okay.
I'll allow
Yeah,
you to
sir.
finish. I told you what I'm doing. You said it's not a crime. If it's not a crime, don't I have a right to be in public?
I said if you have permission.
Why would
you
I
gotta
need
get
permission?
What you're seeing here isn't just a random argument. It's the setup of a much bigger clash. A simple request to stop recording turns into a direct challenge of knowledge and authority. The narrator frames it perfectly. This isn't chaos. It's a test of understanding rights. The tension is subtle but powerful, because right away you can feel that one side knows exactly what they're standing on, while the other is reacting purely on emotion.
It's fact. Everybody that walks by, takes pictures, is supposed to automatically know how he's going to feel if they take a picture intentionally of him or accidentally of him. They're supposed to know that he's going to feel uncomfortable and that he's going to react a certain way. Everybody's supposed to automatically know that. So everybody Everybody has to sacrifice their rights because this gentleman is sitting in public. And then he comes up to me and tries to, I don't know what the intimidate, demand answers. And then he started the whole thing. And then he turns around and says, I'm corny. I'm corny for what I'm doing.
I was sitting over there in my usual spot where I am, and he walks by and he's just like, he makes it obvious that he's recording my face, recording me. He's sitting there.
Well, he came to me when I was at one center across the street.
He's corny.
Yeah.
He's
Well, I'm
corny.
talking about today. I'm talking about earlier today.
Oh, he was at one
Yeah, and I just said, I told him, because I didn't want to get hit with the door. The south side door.
So what was hanging around?
It's that corny thing. That corny YouTube thing?
Well, what was you hanging around?
But the thing is, like, because you a public servant, and you're on duty, he can
Yeah, he's trying, but he's...
Do you know that there's a law that says that I can record all... Do you know that there's a law that says I can record peace officers and police officers? It's called the Right to Record Act. From public, as long as it's in public.
I just said that.
No, you said, well, it's our constitutional right to watch the government. He's a public employee, so. But I'm saying specifically for New York, we have the Right to Monitor Act that says we can record security guards, peace officers, and police officers.
He's part of the...
Yeah. I just walked by and then he started this whole and then he's calling me corny because
me and you, that's what I'm telling
You asked me to step away, I stepped away.
When we was over there, I didn't tell you couldn't record.
No, you
you got a
didn't.
right.
I never
You got a
said
right to
that.
record me.
You just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
Well, I can't obstruct the entrance or exit way. That's against the law. Which
But I
I
ain't told
told
you corny.
No, this guy's he's bugged out. He thinks that everybody that records in here, if they accidentally catch him on camera, they're supposed to automatically know that it's going to make him feel uncomfortable. That's all your opinion is not fact, but you love to pass your opinion like it's fact.
You're right.
You're entitled to free speech. I think as a public employee, you should not give your opinion on camera. Everything you do, you will be held accountable for. Because you work for the public.
Yeah, I mean...
Right, and I can record you all day.
You're on it.
Yeah, it's called transparency and accountability. You'll learn. And then there's something called the court of public opinion. When thousands of people start calling in, filing complaints, and your livelihood is at risk because you want to show your face and show your ass on camera in public to a member of the public. If you don't want to be recorded, you can work for the private sector where they can't record you. You're held to a higher standard. You're held to a higher standard as a public employee, just like him. You already done came and showed your true character on kind of calling me out my name, calling me corny, raising your voice at me, demanding answers.
No, I'm saying your behavior.
That's why I record. That's why I record public. It doesn't matter.
Whatever's
It doesn't matter. You are at work for the public. The best thing you could have did was sit there and continue to mind your business.
No, but that's
Not come within 1 foot of me, demanding answers, calling me out my name. No, that's your job. That's what you're supposed to do.
I know, but that's not...
Oh, I know, but everything after butt is bullshit.
Let me finish.
I think I'm tired of hearing you. Go ahead.
So you intentionally walked in here.
Of course.
And you absolutely let me know that you were like filming me.
I just walked by you.
I know, but you know what was going on.
I can watch you.
And I can tell just by your actions.
I could have stood there. I could have stood right in front of you and went like this for 10 minutes, but I didn't. I walked by you.
I could tell just
I
by
caught
your
you on camera for
actions
2
and your tone.
seconds.
You
I
were
caught you on camera for 2 seconds, and I continued walking. I didn't stand there and just record you. No, I walked. I seen you. I recorded you, and I kept it moving.
I can tell by
And you were triggered by that.
I can tell by your actions.
You were triggered by that. So now you've been on camera for the past 10 minutes.
The thing is, you were hoping for that.
No.
Yes, you were.
No.
I can tell.
No, I literally was
are
just
you really
taking
gonna
a
try
look
to
at the
play
building.
this isn't what you're here for?
No, I
This
want to
is
see.
what you're here for.
I want to see good public employees, good
So you're
ones
here
that
to-
do the
you're
job the
here.
right way. I highlight good employees. Yeah. And you're American, and you don't believe in our freedoms.
That's not.
Do
that
you
has
know?
nothing
Do you
to-
know what
I
keeps?
absolutely do.
Do you know what keeps
I
one
support
branch of the
your- I
government from
support-
being too
listen,
powerful?
I support your ability to
How?
be here doing this.
I thought it was corny.
No, I'm saying you're corny
How?
because you're coming.
'Cause I'm recording in public?
I'm explaining.
Go ahead.
And you're not listening.
Go ahead.
You're coming in here and you're intentionally trying to get a rise out of it.
How did I do that?
And then when you do, you play this game.
How did I intentionally try to get a rise out of you?
For views.
How?
And for clicks.
Because I
and for
recorded you for
likes.
2 seconds.
And
That's
it's
me
like-
intentionally.
There are so many more important things that we need to be doing.
Like what?
Organizing for.
There's a lot of people
Organizing for money in politics.
I'm not an organizer.
I mean, there's a long list.
I'm an activist. I'm not an organizer. I don't organize protests. I don't organize rallies. There's people that do that. I don't do that.
All right.
I record the government.
Listen, man, I wish you the best, more power to you. If you're excited by this and this gets on.
Me walking by you, catching you on camera for a split second, that's me looking for a rise? That makes no sense. In my opinion, that's my perception.
What?
That's my perception. Me walking by you, catching you on camera for maybe a second or two, that's not me looking for a rise. There's people that do what I do that will stand there and just stare at you.
You have a right to do it. You have the right to do it. And I understand that, and it's true, and I believe it. I do. But it caught me off guard. I still didn't curse you out, you're not
right?
Even being human.
Go ahead.
It caught me off guard.
I understand.
You knew that it would.
I didn't know.
That's what you depend on for your little fuel. That's your
I
fuel.
don't know how anybody's going to react. How am I supposed to know how you're going to react? I never met you before. I'm supposed to know that you're going to be sensitive to a camera when people are in camera.
No money. These are folks that make almost no money. We're like lowest on the totem pole.
I'm just making sure you do the job the right way.
You come in here and antagonize us and try to get a rise.
Okay.
And then when you get the rise, you play this little game. And
well,
we're
that's
like the lowest level people.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion,
and
you're entitled to it.
It's what I'm observing.
That's your perception, then.
It's what
and you're
I'm
entitled. You're entitled to your
and
perception.
I guarantee you that when you put this up on the thing, you're going to get people that are going to comment based on what I'm saying, my input in this, that are going to say, "Why are you going around and messing around with the lowest level, trying to get a rise out of people?"
Yeah, I call those snowflakes.
And that's what you're doing.
People that don't support the Constitution. It's okay for you to exercise your rights.
I don't support the Constitution.
No, because it's okay for you to exercise your freedom of speech, your rights, right? But as soon as somebody else does it and it hurts your feelings, they don't have rights no more.
What?
Your feelings don't trump my rights. I can record wherever I want. If it's public, I can record. If you don't like it, then you create your own privacy. It doesn't matter. I'm supposed to.
So this is a decast building, and
right?
And there are, from building to building to building, there are different sets of rules depending on the level of security.
That's why I asked you what's higher, law or rules.
Hold on, it is law that has to do with recording in the space. It depends on the level of security. So now, I mean, I could go and ask what the specific guidelines are for this building. And I'm sure that maybe their boss is doing it too, because it's a secure building and it's a courthouse. It's not just like...
I'm sure you can't record on the floor where the courtrooms are, because it's a judge's rule. But in this open public area, it's like a museum right there. This is archives right there. This is all public area. It's different, and it's a public building.
Understood.
So
Understood.
I'm well within my rights to record here, and you know that because people record here all the day.
I don't understand.
You know what it is that you've been waiting for a YouTuber person like me to come and record so that you can have your 15 minutes of fame.
Man, it's like,
well, I'm good guy
all
activism.
I dream about.
Yeah, man.
It's all I
Worldwide, huge platform. God bless him. Man, I love you all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. What?
This is where the confrontation turns personal. Notice how quickly it shifts from a question to intimidation. Stepping close, raising voices, trying to control the situation without citing any actual law. The key moment here is a constant pushback. What higher, rules or the Constitution? That line exposes everything. One side argues with authority, the other with assumptions, and that imbalance is what fuels the entire conflict forward.
Yeah, wow, I waited just long enough. Oh, what's up, man? Now we have police on scene. Perfect.
Hey, sir,
What's going on, man? I didn't think you guys were coming out. Took a while. It's all good.
They called, the security called.
Yeah, I told him. He just told me not to film. I told him I'm not on your property, so.
Do you mind if I ask what you're filming for?
Oh, I'm just doing a little news story. I'm a journalist.
Okay, all right.
That's all.
Do you work for any specific company?
No, I'm just independent.
Okay. Do you have any ID on you or anything?
Oh, no.
Okay. What's your first and last name?
Oh, I'm not going to ID. I'm just out here filming, dude.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to ID. I'm just out here filming.
Okay.
On public property. I'm not
let's just-
trespassing.
hold on. You're not in any trouble.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's why I'm not going to ID.
So,
Because I'm not in any trouble. Exactly. That's
You
the
don't
point.
have to be in trouble for me to ID you, though.
Well, that's
okay?
what
You
Title
understand
11, 1902 says in Delaware. You know, you need to
Yeah.
have some kind of crime that you suspect me of, and you just said I'm not in any.
are
So
you
you just
from around
lost
here?
that whole get my ID thing by saying that.
that?
Sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
I don't want to do the whole.
I know. I don't want to
discourse
talk to you at
where we
all.
go
Are you
back and
detaining me
forth.
here?
Technically, you're not free to go. Okay.
Okay,
This
so
is
I
a
am
detain.
detained. Okay.
All right. So, like I said, the security
That's
office
right.
called. They were just concerned because you were videoing.
That's great,
That's
yeah.
all. Okay.
I thought you were law enforcement, not feelings enforcement out here. You know, their feelings don't trump what I can do.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
That their feelings don't trump what I can do. Not feelings enforcement. You're law enforcement.
Okay.
The law says I can video from public property.
I understand that. I'm not
that's all we
disputing
got.
that. Not disputing that. Okay.
Perfect.
But I am allowed to verify who you are. Just make sure you don't have any warrants or anything like that. Okay.
I'm not going to do that. Though.
Okay. Well.
If we need to escalate, that's fine. If you want to get a supervisor, I'll wait. I
Okay.
got no
My
problem with that.
supervisor's actually on his way. I'll let you
Perfect.
talk to him a little bit more. So.
Perfect, man.
Is there any reason why you don't want to provide any
Just,
identification?
I want to be anonymous. That's the whole point.
All right. That's fine.
That's all it is. I'm just trying to do a news story. I'm an investigative news journalist. If I tell everybody who I am, what I'm doing, everybody gonna know. What's the point of coming out here? You know, you gotta come out to the source. They got a lot. They just got approved for like a COVID, vaccine. I'm just working on a little news story about it. I don't see why y'all need to heart me for who I am. And
I'm not. No one's harping you. It's part of our job. We ID people when we get
Well,
called to
I know, but I'm
complaints.
just engaged in free press out here.
Okay.
That's all I'm
So
doing.
you can be as cooperative as you want, but at the end of the day, we're still allowed to ID you. That's all.
That's fine. Well, at this point, you said I'm detained, so I'm just not going to speak anymore at this point.
Okay.
So,
What's up,
that's
buddy?
great. What's up, man?
We just got called here from the guard
Yeah,
check.
that's cool. I know I told him to. He's hollering at me not to film, so I told him I'm not on your property. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. I called the police. They'll tell you the same thing. So I was hoping you'd come out here and educate him and tell me to have a nice day, but your officer here is harping me for my ID.
Oh.
So I'm not real happy about it. So I don't know what you
understand.
want to do about it. You said you're the supervisor.
Yep. So, look, we're obviously not trying to give you a hard time about the whole
Yeah,
situation.
exactly. I just want to keep doing my job out here. I'm out here doing a job.
I understand.
I don't want to be held up any longer.
I understand.
You said I'm
but,
detained, so.
but, well, you technically are right now. I just need your ID.
Okay, well, I don't have it on me. I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not gonna
Okay,
talk
so
to you.
I'm just gonna try to explain something to you.
That's
okay?
fine. I just told you.
You giving us your info, we're not going to give it out to anybody. Okay? This whole
I don't
incident
care.
is
It doesn't
documented.
matter.
Would you just listen to me for once?
I don't want to listen to you. I want to be
Okay.
free on my way to do what I want to do.
Can
Just out
still
here,
be if you let us do
engaged
our
in free
job,
press.
though.
That's all I'm doing.
You can still be if you let us do our job, though. It's preventing you from doing what you want to do, though. So
Well, 'cause you
we
guys
could
are
be out of
stopping
your
me.
hair
I'm
if you
not
gave us
stopping
your
me.
ID.
I want to turn around and go back to where I was doing.
Okay, that's fair. So do we.
I'm not stopping you guys. I'm not
so-
detaining you.
So much like
for it.
much like you want us to educate the other individual, we are going to.
That's great.
Now's the time for us to educate you. Okay.
Woo, okay, let's hear it, man. Let's
Okay.
hear it. All right.
So when it comes
Hey, this
to
is a good one. This is a good
so
one.
when it comes to stopping somebody, right? Suspicious
Title
person.
11, 1902. I know the code. So
Okay.
I know the code verbatim. I
So
think.
are you aware of the basic things that you have to provide a police officer when
Well, they
encounter
said when
someone?
you either have to think I'm committing, I'm about to commit, or I have committed a crime. He's already told me I've done nothing wrong. So you don't have that. So I have no obligation to give you anything. That's the problem here, is you have no suspicion of me breaking any laws. He's already stated that on camera.
Yeah.
So there's no need to go push any further with this. You guys are escalating this and trying to violate my rights of my Fourth Amendment to get my ID and trying to tell me you have to get my ID. You don't have to get my ID unless I'm breaking the law. That's how it works.
Okay.
So if we're gonna keep doing this, that's fine. I'm not gonna ID. So where do you want to go from here?
Well, you know, obviously we would really enjoy a consensual conversation about that.
It's already gone too far. We're detained at this point. It's not no longer consensual. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
Do you have any active warrants or anything like
I
that?
have nothing. No.
Then all we have to do is verify that and you'll be on your
That's
way.
great. It's great. But I'm not gonna help you do that. If you want to figure that
I
out,
don't
I'm not gonna help you with your
understand
investigation.
why you would want to approach
Well, it's
You're
just
the
looking
one-
better and better. This is terrible. I do this all over Delaware. Most people don't even come out and talk to me. They just leave me
Well, I
alone. You
can't
guys are out
speak
here
for
harping
your-
for my
I can't
ID.
speak for your other instances or whatever.
That's
We were
different.
called out here for a legitimate reason. Okay?
It doesn't matter.
We're allowed. It does matter. We're allowed to identify who you are.
So
okay?
if someone's riding a bicycle and someone calls on him, you can just stop them and ID him because someone called on him?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. What's your name and badge number, sir? D.S. Milner?
Yep.
What's your badge number?
1088.
Woo! Man, this is great stuff. You can just stop anybody and ID anybody. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can just stop and ID anybody you want because you got a call. That sounds pretty terrible.
Look,
You guys think that way.
I'll call you.
Are you his supervisor? Are you his direct supervisor?
Well, basically I'm the ranking person.
What's your
on
office?
this
Your name, sir?
individual.
D4.
Yes, sir. Look,
It's a good one.
what?
I don't know why we're still here. I told you exactly what I'm doing. I'm a journalist. I'm gathering content. I'm on public property. I've never entered their property once. I'm not trespassing. I'm not loitering. I'm breaking no laws. Why are we still here? You're law enforcement.
That's true.
Let's enforce the law here.
So look, I'm just talking to you, man.
I don't want to talk anymore. I already told you that. I want to go back to doing my job. Like, you guys should be going back to yours too. You're here not doing anything. You're harassing a law-abiding citizen right now.
Okay.
I'm not breaking any laws. We already established that.
So you never stepped foot on their property?
Never. I got the whole. I've been filming the whole time. 2 cameras now.
Do you know why he called specifically?
He came out to me
Yeah.
and told me I can't film, and then he went back in there. I guess he called somebody, and then he came back out again and said I can't film. I said, dude, I don't want to argue with you. I said, I'm not going on your property. I haven't been on it. I'm not on it. This is public. This is the police's job. Call them, because you can't enforce anything on public. I said, if you don't like it, then call them. And I didn't know if he did or not. It's been a while since I said that. I was getting ready to leave.
Okay.
That's why I was going back here once more to get some shots, and I was about out of here. And I was like, holy shit, they showed up on me. I didn't want you chasing me around, so I was kind of waiting for you, you know? I didn't want to just run away. I'm not hiding anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
So you wanted us to come out here?
Not really, but when he said that, I wanted to wait for you guys to come. I'm not going to, like, be around town and have you guys chasing after me.
Someone at the police station phone call,
Yeah,
and
it's
we just
great.
responded out here. So.
Well, I mean, when you get out here, you see that, hey, some guy's just taking pictures in public. He's good to go. He's not doing anything wrong. He's turning around. You don't even have to come talk. I get it. If you want to, that's great. I don't mind you coming and talking. And I tell you what I'm doing, but as soon as we try to escalate to, oh, we're going to get your ID, it becomes an issue.
I asked for it.
Okay, I'm not going to, that's fine, dude. You
So
told me
we
you
don't
had
have
the
to play
right.
the semantics game. That's what you're doing.
Fine, we'll play it back, man. It's fine.
Here's the deal. Obviously,
That's semantics. That's what was said.
here's the deal. Can I just call you friend since you?
Yeah, that's fine. It's cool.
So here's the deal, friend. Obviously, since in just conversation, we've been able to articulate that obviously no crimes have occurred. Okay, You're correct. Okay, we don't need to push the envelope any further.
Bam.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
so
ready.
you're not detained. We're just having consensual conversation. Okay.
All right, that's fine, man.
All right. Look, obviously, we're not out here to give you a hard time. We're genuinely not.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. The only reason we were out here is because we're called out here. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. They don't know.
It.
He's sitting in a
I
shack.
It's strange. I get it.
He's sitting in a shack and he sees some dude with cool equipment walking around. And he's probably like, "What in the heck is
Yeah,
going
I
on?"
get it. Yeah, but they're a big company. They got a lot. They got a lot going on. So a lot of people want to know about it. I'm just out here getting pictures of songs so I can put them in like a story or something like that. Getting videos. If I see if they have any cars with the labels on them, something like that. So I'm just out here trying to get some shots.
More power to you.
That's all, man.
Okay. Look, just be careful. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't mind when they go. I'd rather you guys come out here and educate them. That way they're good.
Now authority steps in, and this is where most people would fold, but not here. Watch how calmly the situation flips. The moment the officer admits it's not against the law, the entire argument collapses. From there, it becomes about pressure and accountability. The mention of a free lawsuit isn't just talk, it's leverage. This is where knowledge of the law stops the escalation dead in its tracks.
How can I help you?
I'm okay, thanks.
You need something, boss?
No, just filming you guys.
Why?
Working on a video. Is that okay?
I don't think you can film us.
Yeah, it's legal.
Pretty sure it isn't. I would check with security.
Oh no! If it's not legal, you're sending me to security. They're gonna lock me up, bro.
I won't send you to jail. I just ask them a question if you can film.
Well, we do. It's the First Amendment. We have freedom of the press. Huh?
I said, all right.
But you know that, right?
Okay.
All right, there you go. You want to pound it? Come on, pound it. We're a team here, dog. We're a team here. Do it, goddammit. Pound it, dog. That's my boy. Thank you. How are you today? Awesome. We're checking up on public employees. Thank you for being nice. Take care. Just working on a video. Just working on a video.
Oh, okay, but you have to ask them. Maybe they don't want to be on film.
I really don't have to.
You don't have to?
We don't, because we're free to do so. What a reaction. Where did she go? This is the funniest.
Hey, my friend. How are you?
Good.
So, do you have any problem? Like somebody doing something to you? So, what you try to record for?
Oh, no problem here.
No, I'm just asking a question. Like, what do you like?
I don't want to be recorded. Tell him to cut it
So
off.
that's not my question.
What's his
So
problem?
what's the problem? Can
No.
you explain?
Stop it.
No problem here.
Go
Okay,
away.
why you record them?
Tell him to go away. I don't want to be recorded.
Jenny,
What's the problem with filming?
Jenny, Jenny.
That's disrespectful. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Yes, my name is Marie Francois. My badge number is 171379.
Are you demanding that I stop filming?
No, I just asked a question. So what's going on? So you can help me, so I can help you out with something if you need any help.
I'm okay, thanks.
So you was calling so because the guy was filming, so I just asked him question, what's going on? He said nothing going on, so he just chose to do it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm just telling you.
I'll call the sound.
Okay. So you can do
I can't film?
if whatever you want. So we just need the question. So why are you doing this?
Well, you're a nice person. At least you're understanding. What these people don't get is that we shouldn't even be calling your sergeant because you know that.
It's just a question, you know what I mean? Because you might be needed for something like this, but you know, we just to make sure is everything okay. So that's the reason we need to ask a question. Why are you doing this?
Well, I'd rather
She
not.
said she don't like to be recorded, so that's my question is, why are you doing it? So I need a reason why you doing it.
I'd rather not. I know. Where's Frankie at?
He's coming.
All right.
He can come talking to you.
All right. All right. I don't know who Frankie is. Frankie. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Ah, a camera. That's all we wanted. You see, we show up and you see it. Also, I'm famous. Oh, I don't know you. Oh, she's seen me. Oh, man, she's gonna be on TV. Oh, thank you. Oh, now it's a joke, huh?
To the person at the windows.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for saying that I didn't go in there.
We need.
This final segment brings everything full circle. The demand for ID, the claim of detention, it all builds tension again. But this time the response is sharper and more controlled. The key shift happens when the officers realize there's no legal ground to stand on. And just like that, the situation de-escalates. No arrests, no charges, just a quiet acknowledgement that rights were never violated. That's the real victory here.